What is up, everybody? We are back here at King Film Sports for the 2022 NFL midseason predictions, as has been a staple on the channel over the past couple of seasons, as we are past Week 9, officially halfway through the 2022 regular season. So let's get into it here with the NFC and my playoff picks here. So in the first slot, you got to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. Obvious pick here at 8-0. A lot of people have been saying that their schedule has been easy so far, which no doubt it has been on the easier side. But if you want to say that, then you just have to look at their second half schedule. I mean, it's arguably easier. They have a game in Dallas. They have to play the Giants twice. They got a game against the Titans, Packers, but no one that I think is going to be favored by too much point spread wise. So I feel like the Eagles have a legitimate possibility of going 17-0. I feel like I'm being a bit conservative, putting them at 15-2, but I just can't predict them doing any better. So look to be a very disciplined ball team, very physical on both sides of the line. Jalen Hurts has been having a great season, so Eagles are the clear number one there. Next, we got the Vikings at 13-4, and this does seem a little low for where they're at right now. They are 7-1. Kirk Cousins has been playing great football, and that Vikings team has been kind of sliding under the radar because they've been kind of squeaking out wins. In Week 2, they got trounced by the Eagles on Monday Night Football, but ever since then, 6-game win streak. Their schedule is a bit harder in the second half. It's nothing too crazy, though. They have a 4.5-game lead in the division right now, so they're going to clinch up the NFC North very early. So give me the Vikings to finish 13 wins there, and I think they get the second seed. In third, I have the 49ers overtaking the Seahawks to win the NFC West. So yeah, I have them going on a big run in the second half of the season, as they're currently 4-4 right now. So I have them finishing the season 7-2. And I don't think many people would object to that, considering their offensive talent right now. Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and then Jimmy Garoppolo. As long as he's been playing as well as he's been playing in the first half, I think this team has a reasonable shot to win this division and get the third seed. Their defense is getting healthy after the bye week. Schedule shouldn't be too bad. It all comes down to that Thursday night matchup in Week 15 in Seattle. And if they win that, they should be in the clear to win the division. So I have them doing that there. Then in the fourth slot, we have the NFC South, where we have all four teams under 500. Give me the Buccaneers to finish 9-8. I don't like the way that this team's been playing, but I just have trust in Tom Brady over the other quarterbacks in this division to work it out. I know the Falcons have been a feisty ball club throughout the first half of the season, but I put my trust in Tampa Bay and this Todd Bowles-led team that they will get it together, finish 9-8, and win the division there. Next, I have the Cowboys finishing at 12-5, getting the first wild card spot there. I mean, this team had Cooper Rush starting a majority of the first half of the season, and they still finished 6-2 in the first 8 games. So I think them finishing 12-5 won't be too bad. I think they could theoretically challenge the Eagles if the Eagles start to slide a bit and try and get that NFC East crown. But I think they're going to be a good team, finish at the 5th seed with 12 wins. Their schedule, much like the Eagles, is not that hard. So I think as long as Dak Prescott plays good football, they keep running the ball with Zeke and Tony Pollard, they will have a good finish to the season. Then at the 6th spot, give me the Giants at 11-6. Did not think I'd be saying that, but they started out 6-1, currently 6-2 after their bye week. I just have to say that they're going to make a wild card spot, because when you look at the rest of the NFC, there's just not a lot of talent, not a lot of good records around the conference. So the Giants already at 6-2, and their schedule on the back half is pretty easy, as I said, with the Eagles and the Cowboys. So Giants I have finishing at 11-6. Don't think that they're particularly good, but they've just been eking out wins with Saquon Barkley on offense. Daniel Jones hasn't been as turnover prone as he has in the past, and that defensive line has been eating so far this season. So I think Brian Daboll's ball club will finish with 11 wins and make the playoffs there. Then at the 7th seed, didn't think I'd be saying this team's name either, but give me the Seahawks at 10-7 to make the playoffs. Yeah, they're currently 6-3 right now, so this record would only imply that they're going 4-4 on the back half of their schedule, which I think is perfectly reasonable the way that they're playing right now. Geno Smith playing like a comeback player of the year candidate, because He has been absolutely dealing on this Seahawks offense. You also got Kenneth Walker on the ground. And the Seahawks draft class, those rookies have been balling out for them this season. So I think Seahawks in the lead in the NFC West. Even if they give that up to the Niners, I still think that they will be the 7th seed, because when you look at the other candidates to make the playoffs, I mean, you could say the Rams at 3-5, Packers 3-6. I just do not have a lot of trust in those teams. So give me the Seahawks to win 10 games there and secure it. Now we get to the AFC, and we get to the 1 seed here, which looked pretty obvious before this last week, but then the Bills lost to the Jets. Still have faith in them to grab the number 1 seed. Give me them to finish 13-4. Their schedule mellows out quite a bit in the back half. Still have a few tough divisional games, and you saw that they've lost to the Jets and the Dolphins, so already dropped 2 division games so far. But I think they'll rectify that. It's also worth noting that they've beat all 3 of the other division leaders in the AFC, so they have some great tiebreakers working their way there as well. And I think that Josh Allen will play good football over the latter half. A bit scared with that UCL injury, but I think that Buffalo is the best team in the league, and they'll finish at 13-4 there. Next, give me the Chiefs at 12-5. Mahomes has been having a great season as the signal caller for Kansas City, even without Tyreek Hill. And I think that the Chiefs will definitely get this 2 seed here and win the AFC West. I would probably have them going 14-3 or 13-4, the way that they've been playing, but their schedule is very hard over the latter half of the season. They have a lot of division games. I know that their AFC West doesn't seem very good, but I feel like they'll drop a couple of games there. They also have a couple other games against good NFC and AFC opponents. So I have Kansas City winning the AFC West at 12-5 there. Next, at the 3rd seed, give me the Baltimore Ravens at 12-5 to win the AFC North. They're currently sitting at 6-3, and I wanted to say that this division would come down to the Week 18 contest in Cincinnati, where the Ravens play the Bengals. But quite simply, the Bengals' schedule over the back half of the season is so tough, and the Ravens is actually pretty easy. So I think the Ravens are actually going to run away with this division here. I think they're going to win that there at 12-5. Lamar Jackson, contract season. I mean, the Ravens should probably be the number 1 seed in the NFL. They should probably only have 1 or 2 losses, but they did choke away a couple of games there. So if it weren't for that, they could be having an immaculate season. Still, as it's going great for them. Lamar Jackson in that defense has been balling out. So give me the Ravens to finish with 12 wins there. At the 4th seed, give me the Titans to finish 10-7. I think they win the AFC South. There's really no one else in the AFC South that is going to challenge them. You have the Colts, who fired their head coach, 3-5-1, starting Sam Ehlinger right now. Jaguars not looking too great with Trevor Lawrence, 3-6. And then the Texans are one of the worst teams in the league there as well. So I think the Titans will finish it out and win the division. I don't think they're anything special or are as good as they were last year, especially with Malik Willis starting these games. I know Tannehill will come back at some point, and their defense has been balling out. But I just do not think they are as good as these other teams that I mentioned before them. Still, though, they're winning the division. They're getting a double-digit wins there at the 4th seed. Now we get to the 5th seed, and give me the Miami Dolphins at 11-6, playing great football at the moment and could potentially challenge the Bills to win the division. They will have a tough test in Buffalo over the latter half of the season, but if they win that, they have a shot at it. But even still, give me them to finish 11-6. Mike McDaniel has been doing great with the play calling for Tua. Tyreek Hill has really been carrying this team, though, and that defense has done just enough to eke out these wins when Tua has been playing. So give me them to finish at the 5th seed there. At the 6th seed, give me the Chargers at 10-7. They've kind of been lackluster this season, and that's kind of a surprise because they are 5-3 so far this season, but they just haven't been playing great football. I think we were expecting a little more out of this team, but they have been ravaged by injuries. I think they will get healthier, and Herbert will play better. He's been kind of dealing with a rib ailment over the first half of the season, but I think as long as he gets better with that, the Chargers will start to win more ball games here and get the 6th seed at 10-7 there. Then at the 7th seed, there were a lot of teams I was considering for this spot, such as the Jets and Patriots, but I ultimately chose to give it to the Bengals at 10-7 there. The Bengals' schedule, as I already mentioned when I was talking about the Ravens, is brutal over this latter half of the season. They are 5-4 right now, so them getting to 10-7 would only require them going 5-3 over the latter half of the season, but that will be a tough test considering that they have to play the Ravens, Steelers, and Browns. I think they also have to play the Chiefs as well in there, and then a couple of other tough tests. But I think that they will get it done. I think that Joe Burrow and the defending AFC champions have to make it to the playoffs for the second straight season. So I will pick them to do that there, even though they are without Jamar Chase for a few more weeks. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think of my playoff predictions in the comments down below. As always, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.